After much difficulty, I tell my wife again, I said, I'm going to try to tell this story. And she goes, good luck. So it's been a while since I told the story. And well, until just now when I tried to do my first take. And that was like 2 hours ago. And the kids came home and it was a whole thing. So this was 2005 or 2006. And I was at Camp Spiker. I can't remember if this was before or after they switched to calling it FOB, and then later they called it a COB, whatever. It was a military base just outside of Saddam Hussein's hometown, Tikrit. And I was a young soldier, and uh, I was out on guard duty. There was a young family that came in. Um, they'd come in and work on the guard towers that they were putting up. They had welding equipment, and they brought in all the materials, and they'd work on that for us. And it was good. It was, part of the whole winning the hearts and minds campaign, bringing locals in to work on projects. So anyway, the family, it was a family that was, the crew was a family. And it was interesting. I'll never forget the boy, the son of the family. He was maybe 14 or 15 years old. His name was Ibrahim, and cool kid. He was a Christian. His mother was also a Christian, and they lived in Baghdad, and they drove up to work on this job. His father and his uncle were a couple of the others that were on the crew, small crew. And I can't remember if the father, the uncle, which was which, but um, one was Shia Muslim and the other was Sunni. And I just found that whole dynamic to be very interesting. As a Westerner, I was not expecting that kind of diversity within one family. I don't know if that's really out of the ordinary or if that's unique or not. But anyway, it was interesting to me at the time. Still is, I think. And so anyway, on this particular day, as we had in the past, we would trade lunches. So I'd be out and we'd be watching them, and one of my, my partner, my battle buddy, would go back, or I would go back and get our lunch from the dining facility, and they would have brought their lunch, and we would, eat a little bit of each other's food. Nice little cultural exchange. And they had flatbread with chicken and sauce, and it was delicious. And this particular day, I can't remember if I had brought it or my buddy. Anyway, we brought back hamburgers and beans and whatnot from the dining facility. So they said, "What is that?" And I told them, I said, "It's hamburgers." And they said, "No, we can't eat we can't eat ham. We can't eat pork." And I said, "No, no, no, no. It's not ham. It's actually beef." And they're like, "But you said hamburger." And at this point, it didn't matter what I would say to explain, like that's just what it's called. They thought that I was trying to trick them. And they know better. They know that we're taught a few things, and we should know their customs. Muslims don't eat pork, and so they thought I was trying to trick them into eating. But anyway, it was just hilarious to me because the boy who was a Christian, he's like, "Well, I'll eat one. I don't care," because he's not under the same dietary restrictions. So we'd have a good time, and we'd trade, and then he told them. He told his father and his uncle. He said, "No, it's beef. It tastes like beef." They're like, "Are you in on the joke now too? Are you trying to trick us?" It was a good day.